Hi guys, Yvonne, but
Why do you always press the button when you say some dumb shit? I don't know. Hi guys, welcome
hi
back to
guys.
our podcast since 2001. My name is YV, aka my name is Yvonne, aka YV, aka Nakabrizi, aka Niger Maid, and also Miss
Yvonne,
Piggy sometimes.
omanye ekisinga okunsasa ninga ali omanyi
Chichi.
mu buduuka bw'e Kampala obuweddemu ebintu.
Eh,
Because guys, I'm packing out my closet, I'm moving. So kakate, like ninga nga akaduuka kaweddemu ebintu, like those,
now you're still
kati
waiting. Anti
babiyitanga
container,
kekulu.
container bagisibye ebintu bituuka.
Bannange mmwe tusanyusa okubalaba. Welcome to this is episode 9.
I believe so. Nakatabo Kangen, I forgot my book at home. As you can see, my background is different. I came to my friend's place to visit them and also do my hair because I missed them. You didn't
Happy
introduce yourself. First,
Valentine's.
introduce yourself.
My name is
First,
Helen
introduce yourself, girl.
my name my name is Helen Nsimbi, and you can find me as Helen Nsimbi on all my socials.
Amen to that. And today's episode is sponsored by Niger Maid. We make beautiful trivets. I don't have my jewelry right now, but I did bring my trivets with me. I go with them everywhere because I have to protect
Mm-hmm.
people's tables, We have this
Tables
trivet.
that were in the IKEA.
Oh, together, right? You have to protect their IKEA tables, right? And we also make them custom made. And these things are not just for hot stuff. Today I'm drinking wine, and you can also get wine spilled, so
Mm.
you put your trivet there to protect your table from
Mm.
wine. Who is our other sponsor?
Yvonne babes, your network obuseko. Your network obuseko. Yvonne.
Yeah, I can still see you.
But mnangene eri mukungamba reconnecting.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I don't know. I don't know. But we
Tugende
continue.
maaso.
Who are our other sponsors, my dear?
The sponsors sokoleka kati kano kapati tugenda kalekamu batukajjemu.
Tugenda Kale Kamo real and raw. We are raw dogging this shit and showing everyone who we are. Right.
Anyway, we are also sponsored by Harlene in Simbi's Kitchen on YouTube, because those are the words that are going to be coming out of my mouth in a few months after these tough weeks of dealing with other Africans. By the way, you know what?
That's what made you tired this week. You even jumped right into it before I asked you. Child.
Guys, when I tell you that it is so hard working with Africans, it is extremely hard working with them. First of all, they want their money there and then. What are you drinking
Mhm.
today, Sokoleke?
Oh, I'm drinking red wine. I didn't even get the label,
Yeah.
but it's like dry red wine. I don't really pay attention to
Okay.
those things.
Nzimnanga
Yeah, because
mama's
it's been a
Renzo
tough week
Semina.
for me too. It's been a tough week for me too. So I was like, wine it is.
Anyway, but then Chayomba. So, like,
Mm.
for 2 weeks, I've been trying to work with this person from a certain place.
That we shall not
Neba
mention.
nanga kangabuli. Bananga.
O-
Like, for the
Otweleba.
services, for the for the services, eh, like they said they tendered to, I paid for, but then
In
now
full.
it just feels like they're a tailor. Omanyo mutunzi wengoye ng'omunoonya ku Christmas ne Easter. It is what I'm going
Excuse
through
me, I
right
feel
now.
triggered. Kubanga nange I'm a tailor.
Are you a
We are
tailoring?
not.
You a tailoring?
We are not like that. I am a tailoring. But we're not. Okay. I know what you mean. Anyway,
Yeah.
carpenter. Let's say
Yvonne,
carpenter because there's no carpenter here.
Yvonne, funny, Gundi, this is the truth, not even funny fact. This is the truth.
Mm.
Working with tailors, you learn patience.
Cobblers. Cobblers.
I never needed to work with a cobbler, but I've worked with
Oh,
tailors before. Yvonne,
never needed to work with. Yes, ma'am. You never
I've
needed
worked
a
with,
cobbler. No way,
I,
sim
I,
ye.
I never needed a cobbler, but I've worked with tailors before. The
I
tailors
needed a
will
cobbler
drive
because
you insane.
when I was in Uganda, I used to buy those shoes. You know where they are like clapping the shoes? They're downtown, and those shoes will last you just a week. You're walking, akagato nekakupasukako. You need a tailor on hand, right? You're all there
A
feeling cute.
cobbler,
Next thing you
a
know,
cobbler.
shoe cobbler.
you you remind me of this TikTok trend where like there's a lollipop and there's a deodorant. You smell, you lick, you smell, you lick. Kakati no people say so kakati that's what happened to you. Yeah, but what made you tired, babes?
Man, good Lord, what made me tired? Where do I even start? Guys, my eye made me tired. I got an eye infection that has gone on from since last Friday.
Akasekere.
It started out as just a swelling and then it morphed into a kasekere. And today I did my hair like today was my hair wash day. And like I'm under the water for a long time because I have to like detangle, moisturize, deep condition, every your name again did so like you're under the water for a long time. I think the kasekere got so tender, right? So when I washed my face and then I wiped my face and the motherfucker popped. Guys, and I'm like, Lord, am I going blind today? Wiping your eye and what you almost say, guys. I am tired.
Ne? Like I'm so things that trigger me are weird. Kati bunga bitenda nenzukra meat tenderizer.
But why? Why? So yeah, my
Hey, the
kasekere
celibacy
made
is
me tired
celebrating.
today. Eh?
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. We'll talk about that after this. After this, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
Anyway,
So
today's topic is lessons we have learned from our elders.
we didn't even
And
do the drum roll. Bloody hell!
nag Chechigana.
And today's topic is
Lessons we have learned from our elders. Yeah.
our
Oh,
elders.
more
All
of a
right.
combat in the pajamas. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not pigeons because one of our lessons our elders told us what to be ourselves, which is exactly what
Yeah,
we're doing.
I sleep naked. This is the fun fact. I've always slept naked because I have a heat problem. Nze njocha mangu. I do not know how I ended up in one of the hottest places in the country.
How you did? I really hope my network is
Yet I
okay
was
because
want to be naked.
I really hope my network is okay because my thing keeps freezing. I think the Wi-Fi in this place is not so good. I hope this thing comes out well. Yeah.
You know what, Chokolaba, I think we need to stop here. Tulaba obeekoze.
Okay. Good
Kubanga bannange
thinking.
tugenda kwogera nonjogere ne kalakaase.
Okitegeera. Eh? And then bigende mu
Kale kange.
mpewo. Kale.
Where?
Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. It's my fault. Yeah, it's the Wi-Fi in this place, so I really apologize for that. I hear we as if in the never Johnny. I apologize for that.
No,
So
I think it's so much better now.
yeah, I also believe it's much better. I had to take off the Wi-Fi because man, this is my friend's place, and I can't be there imposing. Girl, if I was in Arizona, I would be pointing and like, but
Mm.
I gotta calm my tits. So,
Anyway,
anywho,
I am going to first go into the lesson that my mother lives by. We even had plaques. Even Mwabera Koko, there was a time when every Ugandan household had like lettered messages in the house.
mwana mwali mulina ssente.
Anyway, the only lettered messages we had in the house was silence is the best witness.
It's so funny
Onachas.
that it's so funny that I actually have that same thing written down. It's basically
Mm.
don't be quick to speak. It's basically silence. So I
Mm.
guess take it away.
Take it away. Anyway, so explaining silence is the best witness to my mother's terms. Like if she reacts in anger, like at times she says things that she doesn't want to say. She does things that she doesn't want to do, even though her silence at times takes forever. But there was a time we spent days in the house. Nga tweyitako. Nga yanyiigidde ne- like in my head, I was like, I don't know, like twali tuina chichenyombera with my siblings. Then she tried to tell me something. Then I slammed the door. But now I do
Mm,
not know which
mm.
white phase of mine I was going through.
Who do you bloody think you are slamming that
Naye
door?
maama, muwala wa mukiibi yasirika. Olunaku olusooka olwokubiri nga mubuuza ng'ayimuka bannange omanyi okumawo ku ssomero n'avaawo woba
Let's
bannange.
speak English. Speak English, my dear.
Coming back from school and your mother just stands up and leaves the room because she I had gone through enough, I believe, right now. She punished me sometime, but like as I think I turned 14, she literally stopped laying hands on me. And she laid hands on me like 3 times in my whole life. My mom has slapped me 3 times. The first time I remember, there was a school trip, and she was like, "You know what? I don't have money." In the morning, I thought she was in the shower, and she found me in her bag. Man's them sent.
Girl.
That was slap one. Slap two was this was I don't remember. I was probably in P3 at Holmesdalen. Abaana bonna ne babagoba school fees. Nze tebangobangako school fees. I am so thankful to the whole to the Lord. Tebangobangako school fees. Naye I wanted to feel the experience. Okitegeera,
Same.
we had a driver at home. Naye kwegamba abaana kwegamba nga bagenda ku bigere ebyo nga binyumira because I had never done it before. So kaakati ne ngenda nabo ne tutuuka okusala oluguudo. Mwana gwe nga sisalanga ku luguudo nzekka.
He didn't know you were there. Who's gonna hold my hand?
Mwana gwe, it was that one day. Then our parents used to come back home for lunch.
By
Coming
the
back
way,
from
yes.
yeah. Huh? Our parents used to come back home for lunch. I do not know where that habit died from, but like I always saw mommy every lunchtime. She used to come back home, cook, prep the house, then goes back to work. Life was easy. Uganda was easy.
Wow. Our parents used to actually come back home for lunch. I remember that too. Hey.
Yeah,
But
Uganda
here we
was
are now
it.
packing food and microwaving shit. Like, what is this?
Anyway, going into my story of slap number two,
Mm-hmm.
it was that day. Onali awo nga ndi stranded nga sisobola kusala luguudo ngenda okuwulira ekiyi.
Wait, it was your mom.
It was my mom. Kiki ekikutulosezza ku ssomero. Slap number three, this was in P7, yampa alarm clock. Na yampa alarm clock, ekifo ky'okugonda ky'okwebaka, it was a Nokia, amasimu gaali gaakajja guys. Ennaku zino muzannya Candy Crush. For us, we're playing Snake. Snake was my game. Snake was my
Hey,
girl.
Snake. There was this other one, Space Impact.
Space Impact. I think it was Space Impact. I don't remember, but Snake was my girl.
Snake
So I
was
was
there.
playing.
Space Impact.
ngenda okuwulira nsikako ekibbulangeti nanswanyula. So I have been slapped 3 times by my mom. 3 times in my whole life. Like the,
Wow.
I know, such a privilege. Naye, I wish she beat me more because, like, when a person at times beats you, you know, like when you beat a child, you can talk to them like the next day. My mom, she started keeping quiet. And she's like, you know what? Because I like what I have to say will break you in a way. Naye, I'm like, please, I would rather you say it and we deal with it.
Mm-mm. No,
Oshtegera.
no. Those
I
things that are going to
know.
break with you will stay with you for the rest of your life. I'd rather you
Like
beat me.
Yvonne, right now, I know. Oshtegera, because I too, I believe I am quick with my tongue. So
Mm,
like if I get into a situation where I have to express my anger, I'm like, you
mm.
know what?
Your voice is way too high. You need to cut
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, you know what? Let me just, at times abantu balowooza oba oli musiru oba tolina maanyi oba toli ki. Now I'm like, what I have to say, because what I can say will harm you for life. So I like
Mm.
take that back. So yeah, that is my first lesson from my mother. Everyone to get in the
Okay.
muscle.
My first lesson from my father. Oh, my dad. I love my dad so much.
Charlie's Angel.
Yeah, definitely Charlie's Angel. My dad told me the first lesson I ever learned from him said, "You will
Mm.
always be my child." Hmm? Bino ebintu nti ogenda obonaabone mu nnyumba y'omulala. Eh? You cannot be there suffering. He clearly told me,
Wayingira
I
obufumbo
cannot,
kendo bonaabone.
sina bufumbo. Like, he clearly
Yeah.
told me that
Mm.
I cannot allow my children to suffer. Yeah? Because I already suffered and I worked hard, right? I worked hard in order for my children not to suffer. So why are you suffering? That means I have failed. So, guys, my daddy told me I will always be his little girl.
Ooh.
So whichever man is
Da, da,
out there,
da,
ole
da.
mukumbuza nti ogenda kumbonyabonya, please, eh? Charlie is still alive, right? And we
No?
thank God for that. And I will forever be his child. Hmm? Do not suffer in a place. Eh? The door is wide open. You can always come back home. Do not be there and you're suffering. My last experience, actually, before I moved to where I am right now, it
Mm.
was so bloody toxic. And these things here of Blaya, like, when you sign a lease and whatnot, and like you're stuck in the lease, and like it's a whole year's lease, I did not have the money to break the lease. And you guys, I was really, really struggling to the point that it was way too much on me. And I was like, you know what, eh? I am still my father's child. I open up to my dad and I tell him this is what I'm going through and whatnot. He said, pack your things right now and leave that house, find another place. And I told him, but I don't have the money. And he said, I do. Get out of there. I'm going to pay for that lease breaking payment fee. And I'm also going to pay for your new place. So, yes, when I tell you I'm a spoiled child, yes, I'm a spoiled child. My father loves me. Eh? And you can't tell me shit. Period.
We too come from spoiled families.
Yes. And
Um,
before, like back a few years ago, I don't know, I felt some type of way about that. I felt embarrassed that,
embarrassed.
I felt embarrassed that I felt embarrassed for being, I'm not a spoiled child like that, but my dad will
Bannange
not leave me to struggle,
leka nkubuulire abantu
right?
balowooza tulina ffenna okulaba ennaku from the day one
No,
ennaku
we
nedda.
don't. We don't have to suffer. Like, if family is willing to help you out, the family is willing to take care of you, why should you go with the rest that are
Mm.
unfortunate, right? Why should I put myself out there when, like, I have the privilege of having this kind of support, but I'm going to reject it because of the masses? No. Eh? I will not. And I will not be that person again. I refuse to be that person again. I'm going to use all the privilege I have, all the opportunities I have to go forward in life. Otherwise, we're gonna nowhere Zambia because you're trying to be like everyone, you're trying to fit in. No, I refuse. Yeah, I will always be my daddy's girl.
To add on to that, in Uganda we have ceremonies, like Kwanjulas, yeah, and the girls from my mom's side always choose her or any of her sisters because with what they went through, and no one was there to tell the, um with some of our parents when they were going through issues in their marriages. Like they had
Mm.
people being like, "Oh my God, no, you will
Goma,
ashame us
so
if you
so
leave that man. Stay there. This man akugundanga bul pounded yambulkasera.
right, you're
Yakugunda.
there. You're being
Ushtegere,
food.
you go to your mom's house to like and then she's like, no, but what will people think? But what will people think? My mom, she tells all the girls, like, like she tells all these guys, abajokununa abane waka, ewaffe tunova. Ushtegera, you will stay with your children, we're taking our daughters.
And
Ebitibidi
to
ewaffe
and
tetutimkulwa.
and to make this thing clear, it's not even about Ntiyobufumbo only. It's
Yeah,
generally in life. Yeah,
in
like
life.
if let me say if your uncle is willing to give you 10
Mm.
million for Entandikwa, right? Why should you reject that until because oh no, I have to suffer, I have to struggle and get that 10 million. Take that money. Yeah?
And if you're in a toxic place, go back home.
Yes. If you're
Leave,
in a
go back home.
toxic place.
Ewomweteba goba.
Unless
Yes.
Bakugova no first wait,
But it
unless
have,
Bakugova, you still have anyway, I'm hoping you have a support system. At least you can go to a friend's place or a sister's place, but then you don't have to stay there. Right? I feel like we are exposing our traumas.
ndakambawulire. Nze, gundi, okwongerezaako awo, my other lesson onto adding onto that, not everyone is your friend. Buli akusekera si mukwano gwo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we've talked about this, but this is a lesson from my grandmother. Yankabirira lumu nangamba nange leka nkubuulire. Let me even backtrack. When I just moved to America, I used
Mm.
to rent my grandmother's basement. Yeah, and gundi ono jjajja abeera azaala taata wange. So kakati on renting her basement
For
nga
our English
nyingiza
speaking listeners, that's the mother of his father.
Okay. Kyekyo ekituufu omanyi munange oluzungu lugenda ne lutabuka n'oluganda bannange namunsonyiwa. Anyway, so like I was renting my grandmother's basement nga nsuza abantu okitegeera like bannange nakatuuka mu Amerika like nasuzanga abantu besimanyi nakumanya like I have never met this person before but because they're Ugandan okitegeera
What do you mean? Like should bring in everyone like who just comes in?
Yvonne, in the abantu, you remember how Gundi, the basement used to be full of people. All those people were random people. Banange Carlton,
Oh,
look, I'm Kutase, Gundi, Banange Gundi, Yafanya visa naita na wakwera. Banange Jango,
wait.
Jango.
So she'll just bring in all these random people inside. Was she staying in the house?
Because, yeah, she need I was. Because I
No,
was like,
was
you know what?
she staying in the
Yeah,
house?
she was. Kubanga
But she
Zinjikra, I was
wasn't in the
renting.
basement,
She
right?
wasn't in the basement. Nali renting a basement. Mwana gwe. Right now, I'm in a place of life where, like, you have to be my inner person. Like, I have to know you enough for you to actually come into my house.
True. True, true, true,
With
true.
the,
Because
like,
people come with different energies into your house, and like your house is
eh,
your
eh,
sanctuary. It's like your kalito cocoon, right? So like just letting anyone in,
mm.
I understand. And yes.
Gundi, like, I hosted, I hosted this gentleman. Like, I didn't know him. You know,
Mm.
I could like I hosted him for a while, but before he left, I remember my grandmother sat me down and was like, you know what? I don't think this person needs to be here. But because you know, like, because when I used to come back home, we used to be chill with this guy. Hey, hey,
Mm.
hey, 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 hey. Yvonne, I wish I listened.
To your
Up to
grandmother.
now, up to now, like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh my goodness, things would have been like, probably I needed to learn something from that, but I
Hmm.
don't want to have learned that
Yeah,
because
let's note it that way.
yamalamu okwagala even I don't even think you remember the last time you saw me around a person that you have known like like the 2 3 people that you know that I know here bondaba
Mm.
nabo actually ondaba n'omuntu omu saagalirako ddala abantu nze. Even you know, like I used to be a people person. I don't think I'm that person anymore. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to like you from the far there. Because I've understood that not everyone is my friend. We
Yeah,
come
not
from a
everyone
place
that
where like
smiles with you.
yeah, we come from a place where you know like I come from love. There was so
Mm.
much love in our house.
Hmm.
Some nanga you be thinking people's parents all gave them the same love. Whoa, where's
And there was actually I don't know if I should call her a friend anymore or an acquaintance. Anyway, someone that I know or knew,
mm,
whatever, who told me. Because, like, when I see people, when I meet people, like, I'll hug them, I will be welcoming and whatnot. And then the comment that she made was like, you guys in your family, you're so touchy. And, like, so I was like, what do you mean? Like, you're so touchy. You're always, like, hugging and whatnot and, like, being, affectionate. And I'm like, but that's all that I know, right? And the funniest thing is my mom just recently just started
mm.
hugging just like your mom. Me, I forced my mom to start doing that stuff,
I'm
right?
trying.
But like with my siblings, with my
Mm,
sisters and my brothers, like we're always hugging, we're always like checking up on each other. We're not the pecking type, but like we actually say I love you to each other.
mm.
And not everyone will comes from that family, from that type of background. So I get what you're saying.
I come from a loving family, but I remember I first, it took years for my mom to be like, I love you.
The first time, the
Because
first
every
time
time I
I
used to
told
tell her,
my
I
dad,
love mm,
the first time I told my dad I love you, eh?
mm,
Mabukulu.
mm, mhm.
His response was like, "What's wrong? Is everything okay?"
And so I remember the first time I told Namakula, Kwagamba, I don't know, because you like it's a realization of like, oh my goodness, we have not experienced like we have not expressed ourselves like this.
I
Eh,
know.
but it took like even now when she says I love you, she has like a high pitched tone of like I love you. I'm like I do not know what I'm doing, but I'm doing.
Now, my mom, when she responds, my dad actually says it, "I love you too" and whatnot. My mom, I don't know if you've seen this car video of that car husky dog that says "I love you." You tell her, "Mommy, I love you." Hey.
Kugamba,
Like, what did you say? Now you're mumbling now.
ebigambo nga bizitowa ebyo.
I know.
Anyway,
You know,
Yvonne.
that also brings me to my point is kind of similar to what you were saying. Basically, what I wrote down is create your family. That's what they told me. It's basically that not everyone that smiles with you is actually your family. Like,
Mm,
pay attention to these things, right? Because people's words and actions are going to be very different. Pay attention to their actions as compared to their words, right? Because someone will come and tell you something and then they're acting a different type of way, and then people who just
mm,
keep saying, doing the same shit and then saying, I'm sorry. No, you're not sorry. That's just who you are. You're that type of person, and it's up to you to allow that person to be in your life or not, right? So, and another thing, like, create your own family. Just because we're family doesn't mean that I have to be with you, right? Because, like, Carlton, Wow. You are my family.
You're my family, baby.
And there are
My
certain
right
people.
one.
No, you said that in a high pitch like your mom. But Carlton,
Hmm?
where is this relationship going? Episode
Really, it is.
4. I said I love you and you said, hmm? No. Yes, I have brought it back. Eh? I want-
Yvonne, I think you need to call 911.
And then today I say, you don't have to respond, because your high pitch says it all.
Kakati now, Yvonne, the thing with me, I've told you this, I can express it. Nenanga, when it comes to those expressions towards me, I am shocked.
Because
Because,
you're also not used to them.
yeah, because I'm not used to them. Yvonne, I told you, I love hugging. But when people hug
Mm.
me, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you get.
But I don't
I,
feel that with it. Oh my God, Carlton, I love your
because
hugs.
in Zaba, later, what, Yvonne, I don't think you when you initiate hugs, I think I'm ready to initiate it back. Nebo janga gundi ineka ngabwent.
Ah, by the way, I love your hugs. I love hugging you. And I can't wait to hug you. I'm going to hug you this year. This year, I'm hugging you. I'm hugging you this year. Yeah.
The kaso kanzize ke good banagamba natanso kunywa akayaga. But
Kumbe wako
Yvonne, I love you too, babes. You know,
Oh.
like I've loved you since that day I saw you. Oh,
Ah,
speaking of that, like Katuganene Maso, you know, like I don't think we explained to Gundi to our listeners of how me and Yvonne met. This is not a
no, no,
lesson.
no, no,
It's
not
not today?
today. Not
Okay.
today. That's going to be its
Anyway.
own episode, my dear. Because it's a, yeah.
My other lesson, this comes from my mom. If it's not for you, leave. If something is not for you, leave.
Hmm.
My mom tried okubecheyo,
Hmm.
but her father, now, do you see the way Charlie loves you? That was
Yeah.
the relationship between my mom and her dad. Nina did ya mugambo bona, tata ya mugambo bona, bona, chikoma waka.
And she was like, Barrow, of course.
Yeah, so people always wondered why, like I could be there. Like I am not that kind of person who's going to be at work and
Hmm.
things pile up, and they
Hmm.
pile up, and I stay there like nimve chigambo nabo nabo na. I
Hmm.
suffered. Mami yangamba nti like that regret can drain you gundi, you know, like obera nga buli kaseera emirembe gikuweddeko, you
Yeah.
know, nomala emyaka nga kwegamba ogamba kale bannange nabonaabonera ku gundi, osanga abantu nga buli kaseera bali mu nabonaabonera ku mulimu, nabonaabonera ew'omusajja, nabonaabonera ew'omukazi. If it is not for you,
Yeah.
understand
Just go.
and leave. Olina okutegeera nti bannange omanyi lino ekkubo lyanga si lyange.
Yeah. That's so
Something,
true.
not everything is for us.
Exactly. And it's also something that I also go by. Like, I will not stay in a place where I'm not wanted. I refuse to do that. I
This is
did
why I'm
that
packing
shit.
out my whole house. But Nange,
Exactly.
it has
I
been
did
such a
that
big
shit.
closet. You know,
You're in
a
your
closet
closet.
yard.
You're in the closet,
This,
eh?
this closet is
Are
an
you in the
apartment
closet?
in New York. Hey,
Are you in the
yeah,
closet?
hey, bitch, fuck off.
Madam ani mu closet wavayo.
Ebyama byange lwaki obyasiza kuguwedde ku internet? Nnyo omwenge. Anyway, I'm in the closet. Yeah. And like I love this place so much, but it was not giving me peace anymore.
True.
And it was high time for me to let it go, and I did. So yeah, it was not giving me peace. And natanko kuliranga, because I've been here for almost 9 months. But a few months ago, nawuliranga ntanso complaining. Every time we were talking with Yvonne, I'm
Wow,
like,
it's already been 9 months.
yeah,
Obudenga
it's already
Buduka, it
been
just
nine
feels like
months.
you just left.
The other Glendale when I could train, I was living by the train station. Bananga training in the Canada. You come back at night, nga train it. Nah, okay. But I just like it is such a beautiful house. If I show you this house, my goodness, you'll be like, why are you living this place?
It
There
is.
is no peace for me anymore.
There are actually
And
certain things that you tell me about that happened to you in that house, and I'm like, are you for real? Like,
yeah.
are you actually making this shit up? But like, via you, I'm actually happy for you.
Hmm. But like if you had seen I have never been in a place which has such a big closet. Uh,
That
so it's
closet is the size of a one-bedroom house in Toronto, where you're going to be paying 1,200
my
Canadian dollars, not US dollars, but still.
I think my bedroom, the bathroom, and this closet are like in total, they're like 1,000 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, because my bedroom here, you know how big my bedroom is. My
Yeah, I
bedroom here
do.
is jam
Oh,
like a studio and all this other good stuff.
and
It
your
is such a
large
humongous thing.
window.
And my large
Oh,
window,
girl.
but it was not giving me peace anymore.
I know. I know. I know to the point that you even, God, you're like dreading to get back home.
Mm.
That's that's
Nanyingi
that's not a
ben-
home. That's not a home
yeah,
anymore. It's a house.
it's a house.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the other lesson that I have to share. Like, Natanko Kwewuliranga, I'm like, why am I going there? Then I'm like, let me go back to my book of recipes.
Mm,
If it's not for you, leave. And that's what I'm doing.
exactly. Mm,
If I
true
want to get there.
that. True that. Oh, Mukama.
Mm.
The next one is you can be good, you don't have to be nice.
Actually, when I get called nice, I feel offended.
You don't have to be nice.
I am not a nice
You know,
person.
when you're nice, I don't know.
To
Nice,
me,
there's that saying, when nice guys finish last, nice everybody finishes last, guys. There's a difference between being nice and being good. I feel like people who are nice, you're
Babi
step
Kaku.
people who are nice are actually people pleasers. That's what I
Mm.
feel like. Being nice is being a people pleaser.
Oh my goodness, you're so nice.
Fuck off. Huh? I don't want to be nice. I'm a good
Even,
person. I used to be
even,
nice.
mm,
No more
even
Mr. Nice girl.
Like Uncle Shilemi. Do you know the coward humble? Bananga, I hate that coward. Like, if someone tells me Simananga these things of like, be humble for who? Bamanyira abantu abawombeefu bwe batyo, humble people go nowhere. This is
Yeah.
what I have to tell you. If you have to have children with a gazillion people, if you have to have children with one dad, two dad, three dad, do it. These things of having Gundi, having the Gundi, some children with the same man, just because you want them to have the same father, but in Kuisang boy Okuchalo, because I come from a humble background.
Where has that taken you? You're depressed, now you're drinking, now you're
You're
resenting
dreaming,
your
you're
children.
resenting
And
your children. But Nange, let me tell you one. Give your padlock to everyone ajigule until the right person has the right key. Stop being humble. Banange zakagambo humble. Kantabudde n'okuntabula nze nannyenya mbuzi
Otyo.
mu Buganda.
Jajja Bendegere. Wagwan.
But, no, like I went to do taxes and Gundi and this guy had to stay humble. And I'm like, sir, what does humble mean to you? I hear you have to walk in the world like a pot. But I'm like, pots break,
On
babes.
eggshells.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Hose. You know, or people they go Gundi simanyanga knows hose get the best of things because they're not humble.
Is that a public service announcement for everyone to be a host?
No, like there's that bombe for abantu bwe baagala okubeera ng'okukunga, you know, like olina abeerawo ng'ayagala, you know, to mold you like the way their mother was, but their mother was struggling. This man gundi ayagala okumewa ewaka obeerawo kwagamba buli kaseera otambuliraawo okitegeera tofumba bwoti toyambala bwoti olina okwambala gundi bwe wati like
I was
I know
actually,
so
you
many
know, okusala ekirimi.
Mm.
At my friend's place, she's Kenyan and her housemate is Ugandan. So like I met him today and we're chatting and whatnot. And like the things that he was saying, because my friend, she's a little bit like bigger than me. And it started from him saying that, oh, she wants to lose weight, but I think that she's perfect and whatnot. And then he goes on to, then he says something. He says, you know, like African women are big. So I look at him and I say, am I not African? Right? And he says, no, you know, like now if I was with you, yes, we'd be together, but then I would mold you. And I'm like, the fuck do you mean mold me? By the time you're coming to me, you should accept me as I am, right? Don't be out here thinking you're what Geppetto or the Potter. I don't even know Potter's names. You're going to mold me into the fuck what? You're the one who brought your fucking tiny ass legs to me, to vibe me, to hit on me, the way that I am. Yeah? And now you're saying that you're going to mold me as who? Eh? Oli Muzimbi. What are you? Eh?
We need
Mold me. I hear
abanange.
stay humble. And there's some other thing that he said that I hear when women start to get money, and become independent. Oh yeah, he said I don't like independent women because they're not submissive. So I was like, that is your experience. Women are submissive when they feel safe with you, right? It has nothing to do with their independence, but because now she has more money, eh? She's not humble anymore. The fuck do you mean?
Babes, like like the great Jill Scott says, if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
Period. Did she stutter? No. Right? This humility bullshit, eh? What do you mean?
Banange. Those things of being humble, Banange. This is my lesson from me as an adult. Guys, 40 is looking at me like this. It's not yet here, but it's looking at me like this, which makes me an adult. Which
Okay. We're no longer youth. We can't be youth pastors. We are full pastors. We can't be youth pastors.
But this is why I stay moisturized. Even when you look at me, if you didn't know me, how old do you think I am?
42. I'm kidding. Ante yogesha gwokozesa nagenda nakukaza face. Eh? Anyway, you do not look your age. You look like you are just turning 30. Yeah? That's only because you're in a like that's a gray beard. That's the only reason. Right? Otherwise, okay, forgot I did the other time. I'm just like, stop.
But you could just be like I did all the time. Because you're always young, forever young. You haven't touched a day. You might day older than your Namagunga ID.
Like I look at that. No, I wasn't Namakuba. Yeah, I didn't even think about Nagalama.
Yeah, you were a day older than your Nagalama ID.
And because I had short hair, and I was much happier then.
You're cute now.
Thank you. But my next point is my mom always told me to be clean. Be clean, guys. Cleanliness, eh? It's important. It's quite. I don't want to say it's something that you have to do continuously, right? Because like now, for example, Baba is liar, right? Not throwing up flowers, or no way that continuously clean. You know, because like today we were talking on the phone earlier. Yeah, I had just finished eating and like we were talking on the phone and I was doing my dishes like immediately. Then also you were eating and then you were doing your dishes immediately. There are some people who will leave their dishes in the sink for days, right? And I find that very. I mean, it's your house. Do whatever the
It's
fuck
the
you want to
house,
do in your
yes.
house. But I don't know. It just
But
makes me.
nekirala gundi mentally speaking, if bw'obeera teweeyonja even n'ebintu by'okola olumu bibeera tebitambula
Exactly.
okitegeera.
Even something as simple as laying your bed. You know, like when you wake up and then you lay your bed. There's just like a whole organization that you have throughout your day. Even in your room itself, you know, even just laying your bed in your room, it just makes your room look organized and it kind of like motivates you to, in case you have like things on the floor, to clean up. Because like my bed is laid, but if your bed is not laid and there are things on the floor, you're like, nah, tomorrow. So yeah, mommy always told me to be clean, and I try my best to at least keep that up because cleanliness is a virtue, as just as patience is a virtue.
Nekakati
My middle
imagine
name.
banage Hesh. Imagine gundi ovudde wa mama wakuyigiriza okubeera ng'oli muyonjo like we clean groceries as taught you, then you go into a situation with a person kwegamba, because I be on TikTok and I see all these women who come back, like from a vacation and they have left their husbands. This man poured cooking oil here and just left it there. Kwegamba, I'm like,
Oh my God, guys, my motherfucking housemate. I don't even. That is something that is continuously making me tired and motivating me to save up money and move into my own place. Because the way this man is so unsanitary is just mind blowing. Like even the kitchen stove, right? Like afumbe mere naji tokosa neika and he will just leave it there even if I have literally cleaned the stove this morning in the evening it's dirty. There was a time I cleaned the washroom, the toilet. Yeah, I properly scrubbed it. I went to work. I came back and it was dirty. And I told him he doesn't speak English. So like I wrote him a note that he can translate. Omanyigayo kukunyukako wayambu. Whoa, bitchy, that
that's my
wasn't
culture.
me. That yeah, he brought him things of all. I was brought up. He's Muslim. I was brought up in a clean religion. For us in our religion, we are clean.
That
Bitch,
was the
you
toilet.
are
That
not
was the toilet
fucking clean.
situations.
You are
I
not clean. It's not even just toilet. Everywhere. He brings in his dirty shoes in the house, right? Like, bro, I just vacuumed this place, and you're. Sorry, guys.
imagine one kalito think katusura mugundi fene tutabuka netukumbuka.
I'm sorry, guys.
Anyway, to add on to that, before my grandfather died, he told me it's okay to cry. I don't remember what I was going through, because I've always been an emotional being. Even you know me, nkukaba nkaba. Naye nkabira abantu bammanyi bannange nina amazzi ga baddiya gannatansa okukabira wano nera bwe mubeera mwagala abakaabi mumpita.
Bakusasule according to levels ez'okukaaba.
By the way, I need to sikabira ku funeral. Guys, no. I don't cry on funerals, no thank you. That's maybe that ankabiramu. Yeah. Anyway.
It is
Mugenda
okay
kuza.
to cry.
So like in a word to my grandfather told me that it's okay to be vulnerable, and I think that made me more sensitive towards everyone. You know, like I am like I don't know, but I tended to that because people used to come and, you know, like they used to confide with him. They used to find comfort in him. You know, before he died, that house, like every day, someone used to come to check in and stuff and asphalt. And I believe that kind of, he was vulnerable. He let people be vulnerable. So, like, my being vulnerable, this point is trying to disappear. My being vulnerable lets other people be vulnerable too.
Yeah, to add on to that, I have an ex who actually felt the opposite, especially for
Which
women.
one? Kuchikumu atano.
Nja
Mbulire namba.
kugamba nga tumaze akasekebera akatabo. Nja kugamba nga I'll tell you after that, but then this ex of mine made me feel like it wasn't okay for me to cry in front of him, to the point that whenever I wanted to cry, I would go and cry alone in the bathroom. Because his point was, I hear amaziga g'abakazi mbutulimba nnyo. Like as women, we cry a lot, and our tears are just crocodile tears. So, like my tears just basically, just paraphrasing, my tears basically just mean nothing to him, right? So every single time I felt like I had to cry, I would go to the bathroom and cry by myself because I could not cry in front of him. I think he only saw me cry like 3, 4 times. And then after he said that, I was like, I am never going to cry in front of this guy. Never. So every single time, I would go and cry in the bathroom. Yeah. So good on your grandfather for, allowing you to express
Hugs.
yourself and be vulnerable. I know you're going to hug me after this. We're going to talk about this after. I know we're going to talk about this.
Of course.
It's no, let me tell you who it was. Mm? It's that same person who told me that I would be a bad mother because of me leaving the handle a certain way on the stove. That I'm going to be a bad mother. Oh, you looked into the future and you're like, you're going to be a bad mother.
Never nanga akamesaako kaali kamanyiira n'ekirala, you know what, nedda kino lekansimire.
Nedda ogenda kingamba off
ngenda
air, please. As a
kigamba.
matter of fact, Kamoga complained about our podcasts being too long. Kamoga, this one is for you, right? I always keep you in mind every time. I've been looking at the clock. It shouldn't go past 1 hour. Kamoga, this is for you, sweetheart. I miss you. I can't wait to see you. I know I'm going to see you next month. I'm going to see you more often. And sweetheart, what are you grateful for?
First of all, I'm grateful that Enembo's together Jongaza later in life because, I had my notes here that had
We can do a part 2. Honestly, I'm just keeping Kamoga in mind because he's our listener. We have to listen to, right?
Chitufu, number one listener. But Oh, I am grateful for you, for starters. I'm grateful, Bonita. Thank you for listening, even though you have refused to come and be our co-host. You
No,
know,
she's still our co-host. She's there. Yeah. I was going to say bad words.
hmm. But yeah, I am grateful for life. I am grateful for the way I feel. I don't know if I've talked to you. When did my doctor's appointment come back? This week?
Which one? Or when
The
you were?
one. When was the fourth this week? Did we talk about it? We talked about it, really.
Yeah, we did.
And
We
we had a
talked about.
midweek one. We had a
Yeah,
midweek
we had the
I'm sorry,
midweek.
guys.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry,
alright.
guys.
We can still talk
And I
about it.
am
You're so
so
grateful
thankful.
for that.
Aren't you?
You're so grateful for it. You can still talk about it.
Yeah, I'm grateful for good health, but next single kulala, I'm grateful for today's Super Bowl halftime.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
I love the way Kendrick Lamar is making everyone who doesn't like black people feel,
So I should go
but
and
and
watch
so.
it.
Eh?
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar is just making people be in their feelings. They have all these thing pieces of like, oh my goodness, this is the worst. This was one of the best because all the messages that he wanted to say, we listened,
Hmm.
we did.
We did. I'm going to go and listen. And I am grateful. First of all, I am so grateful for you. Eh, I don't know what I would do, Mwana Gwe. I Mukama. Carlton, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for having you in my life. Yes. Another thing I'm grateful for is my job, my magazine job. I went for an awesome event this weekend that just made me much, like what Kendrick is saying, and I imagine like he was saying what people need to say. This event that I went for was
Punished you.
it was organized by an organization called When African Women Talk. So just imagine what was there. Oh my goodness. Guys, my soul
That's
just feels
nice.
so replenished right
Mhm.
now. I'm so grateful that
So,
I am
Koleke, is
working
it
re-
Kademwako?
replenished.
Repl-
Okay, all right, let's make it easier. Revitalized.
Revitalized. Ako can't get there.
Yeah, my soul is so revitalized, and I'm so grateful. I can actually now talk about my magazine job. I'm working for Diversity Magazine. I'm the community artistic coordinator, and
What's her
Diversity Magazine is
name?
basically a publication that it's basically about culture diversity, talks about different people's stories, whether you're in the diaspora, whether you're in Edmonton, whether you're in BC. By the way, Yvonne Kushe, I'm coming for you. I have to do a story on you because I love your shit and it's Black History Month.
Kulikayo.
Oh,
Kulikayo,
we should have
baby.
Yvonne on the podcast, actually. I love
Kulikayo.
her energy.
Kulikayo, baby, yeah. Don't rush,
Oh,
just hush.
hush, hush.
Silikao. Don't rush,
Don't
just
rush.
hush. Silikao, baby. Mwana kuwe ndongo yo.
Omwana akubendongo. Kademu kakubendongo. Yvonne,
Aina
we're
kawato
inviting you.
unikas.
Gwe, or you know, we're inviting her to podcast. Auntie, she's like, yo,
Okay.
she's a home girl. Yeah, so we're going to
Yeah.
have Yvonne on the podcast. We should actually have her like on Women's Day or something because she's a gorgeous
Yeah.
woman. Yeah, I think that was a high pitched yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. We love you so much. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Do the fireworks. Eh, eh.
Eh?
To China iPhone. There we go. So anyway, guys, thanks for sticking
Thank
around.
you for
This,
sticking around.
yes,
Ne
yes,
non
this has
kwete
been
ne
great.
biganye.
Please like, subscribe, share. We are on all socials since 2001. On YouTube, by the way, we are tired one word. Guys, show us some love. Tupe muzino. I'm going to call you in a bit.
Love
Bye,
you.
guys. I love you too.
Dale, honey.